Hi ho there, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Tomb Raider 3. It's the one, the only, and the unique Jamie Croft Gaming here. And, what do you... That tickles me a bit. This is part 27 of the Let's Play. And we're well on our way now, folks. Because this... is level 13. It's the second level of London. There are 4 levels in London. Of course, 3 big ones and 1 smaller one. And the small one's a boss fight. But it's the most important one because you got the artifact she's looking for in it. So, however, this level is Aldwych. And what I like about the London section is, well, Thames Wharf is a real place, Aldwych is a real place, and I'll continue later. Oh god. I was trying to get him to set her on fire, and he didn't do that for ages. Oh my god. Got beaten to death and set on fire. But now she is a fire. Right, that was just put in for comedic effect. As for real life, I'd be a lot more protective of Lara, trust me. Though I know reload button. Oh. But it's not, it's a video game, so there you go. Right. Now, you know how I said I emptied the guns? Well, I didn't empty the rocket launcher very well. Because it fires quite slowly, so that would take absolutely ages to empty that. So what I employ as a conservative strategy with the rocket launcher, I wouldn't go too nuts with it. But I did in this level. Oh my god. And, yeah, Aldwych is, you know how we went to a cathedral, St. Paul's Cathedral, that's an actual cathedral that you can go to in real life. It won't look exactly the same as it does in this game, but anyway. Aldwych is an underground train station, which was used absolutely years ago. I do believe that it hasn't been used as a train station since about 1950, and I do believe that it was used as an area shelter during World War II as well, and there's a lot of it. It's supposed to be haunted as well because there was ages back in the first series of Most Wanted, there was an episode on Aldwych Station, and the address is, what was it? I'm just trying to figure out whether they were dressed as World War I soldiers or World War II soldiers. I think they were dressed as World War I soldiers. Because I think homeless people actually used to live down Aldwych. You can still go in and out, I believe, and visit. Probably have to pay some money. Anyway, this is based off a real train station. And except in this version, trains still go through it. And you can die when you get hit by one. As I might demonstrate later on. Not sure that I do though, not sure that I actually get hit. I think there's a close. This block here is a ladder. We'll be using that later on. Well, that noise was an ice cube holder. First time. Right, an ice cube holder for a few years. And this one's mine. So I'll get broken in a few months. Just trying to stay cool is the answer, because it's June now. May was quite hot. June will be hotter. You know, it's going to be one of the hottest summers on record. And occasionally it's so hot. That is as hot as India, but you don't quite believe that, because India is like, if it is, it'll be for a certain period, it won't stay that way. But didn't say goodbye to me because my skin was just burnt off. I once did get really badly burnt 4 years and years ago, and it turned into a tan. Right, and for some reason, the enemies in this level carry fire torches. Completely useless against Lara Croft because she has guns. So you can just blast from a mile away. But if you're using the pistols, are they easier to kill because they don't have any armor on? I think they are. Whereas some of the enemies in London, in terms of off rather, because we're still in London, they had armor on and stuff. So take longer to kill. Regardless, if you use the rocket launcher, you'll kill them just as quickly because it's way overpowered. Although I might as well. Just look at it. It looks ridiculous having a big rocket launcher on your back. Absurdity of this game. Yes, I have a bit more ammunition than I should have. How much ammunition should I have for the rocket launcher? About 10 times less than I do have is the answer. So I've got 10 times more because I cheated for save crystals. I'm ashamed to say that I think I cheat for save game crystals at least twice more during the LP. It wouldn't have been a problem if it was the PC version because you can save anywhere in that version. I wouldn't have had to resort to that. So, Peeves is right, folks. It was just a PC version. It's not as hard as the PlayStation version. He ain't lying. Well, he doesn't even post on the forums anymore, but you know, he's legendary for mostly like hundreds of times a day, every day. And I'd argue rather unsuccessfully that those were the best days to be on the Tomb Raider forums, but 6 years ago maybe. Well, I do demonstrate it. I thought I'd demonstrate it because I knew if I was going to go down there's no coming back. I haven't cut out this load. I should have done. This has been edited and I've still got the loads in. God. And of course, it does take a while. On the PS1 version, well, the PC version, it loads instantly. So, that's another big advantage of the PC version. For me, the reason I record the PlayStation version is because I don't have the right software to record PC games at the moment, and that will be a little bit more expensive. And I actually need a better computer than this one, I think. So, that'll happen soon. But, yeah, I think consoles are easier to record off because I don't know anything about the PC software. I know what some of it's called. It would probably be simple to record a PC on a PC, you'd think, but you never know, of course. But if you want to record consoles, you need a USB thing or a graphic card, and that plugs into your SCART and records directly from your console. And it gets the same feed as your television does, so it's quite cool. It's got two screens to look at. Oh, this is a puzzle in itself, I can never remember which order you're supposed to do it in. It's so confusing. It really is like a maze. Why have I just left her standing there? This has been edited, you know. Oh, I did drift off for a few minutes. I might have. Alright. You see, I might have left. Oh, God. I'm not in the business of editing during a commentary. If I have to edit it later on, however, I will. But I don't think that's necessary, given the videos. Well, it took me 1.5 hours to do this level. The editing was finished, and I have split the level into 2 parts, as I normally do. The level in Tomb Raider 3. So this part is 46 minutes, and the other part is well, I'm not very good at maths. So it's is it? Yeah, this part's 46 minutes, and well, I can't really check the length of the other part when I'm doing the recording. And well, yeah, the other part will be about 42 minutes in that case. So I think I'll work out in 1.5 hours. Of course, it came as another 2 minutes because of the cutscene where Lara meets the Geordie Bob guy, and he's called Geordie Bob because he has a very strong Geordie accent. He's from Newcastle upon Tyne, you see, and he's quite entertaining. And of course, from the next level, the guys that try and kill you here are friendly, unless you shoot them. Then they'll all try and kill them, and you have to kill them all. Anyway, but yeah, you'd best not kill them because they actually do help you and show you around vaguely of where to go. And I think since you're not supposed to kill them, if you try and kill them all in the PlayStation version, one of them will be immortal and you won't be able to kill them. So you'll have to run away from them instead. That's what happened in High Security Compound years and years ago. One of the soldiers, because you're not supposed to have your weapons at this point at all. You cheat for them and kill all the prisoners. One of them will stay immortal and you won't be able to kill them with even the rocket launcher and the grenade launcher. You just but I don't think that's the case of the PC version. I think it's a PlayStation only bug. It might be. It might be. Oh dear. Right. So you can see, and this is after I've read the guide. I'm still going through it. Like a bit of a spaz, I'm afraid. But I'm not scared. I'm just like, yeah, you know, like I'm afraid I'll look like an idiot. But what's new? I always do it regardless. Oh, I just find even when you know what you're doing, it's confusing. I think I had to consult Stella yet again, but when you think, well, that guide's been online for 21 years. I mean, she really was the first. I know there are others, a certain TLR online who will not. Justin Jafar is called in real life. He's a twat. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, he banned me off the forum. He's got a guide on 200chronicles.com. His just looks like a copy of hers, except when you read his, it's more confusing to read for me. I actually did use his because I didn't know who he was back in 2013. I just thought I didn't know anything about him then, and that was before I had an involvement in the forums myself. And I tried to read, like, because I was I was trying to. I didn't know where the secrets were in Legend off by heart, where all of them were, especially the gold ones and so on. So I read his guide. It read so confusing and convoluted. I had to stop reading it because I was getting so confused. But that might have been because it was 6 o'clock in the morning when I did that. It was 6 o'clock in the morning because I didn't have the right software at the time, so I was pointing at camera, television, so I needed to do it when it was dark, but I couldn't do it at night, so I got up at 6 o'clock in the morning. I had to be up then anyway, but then at around 7 I'd start my Let's Play videos, and that's how I did it. Not only did I not have a capture card, I didn't even have a proper camera. The camera I was using was a mobile phone camera. It looks really, really bad, and it sounds even worse. It's still up if you want to watch it. I mean, that was on my old channel, but I've saved it on this channel, so if you navigate this channel you will find it pretty easily. But that was my first LP of Tomb Raider game. Since it wasn't done properly, it's probably it's nowhere near as good in quality as these ones, even though these ones in quality still aren't perfect, even though they're using professional software. So is it the telly I'm using? Because I've got a better SCAR lead in there, and the problem was the quality wasn't any better. It's still getting lines on it, so is it something to do with the TV I'm using, or is it the console itself? I don't know fully. Well, no, it's not the console. That's when the issue started. I was using a PS1, now I'm using a PS2, so I know it's not the console. How could it be, really? But it's something. It's something I will get to the bottom of it in 50 young years' time, and by then, of course, I'll be long gone, because well, if I was to still be alive in 59 years' time, I'd have to outlive my nana, who lived to 91 years of age, and I don't see that happening, quite frankly, especially with my lifestyle, but never mind. I don't think I'd want to live that long. I don't think there'd be anything in it for me by that point, so yeah. Yeah, I know we don't like to discuss it. Life will end at some point. Will it end horribly or will it end peacefully? I don't know, and I don't care as long as it ends. Because if it didn't end, that would be the real nightmare. And that is a secret item. It's not a secret itself because the chime hasn't chimed. But you need it in order to get a secret later on. So it's not required for level completion. So if you're not going for the secrets, well, you've already got them all and start new. If it's a new game plus, of course you don't need the secrets at all because you've already unlocked the bonus level and everything. So I suppose those playing a new game plus would have a lot more fun because you also have unlimited ammunition and unlimited flares, but evidently not unlimited money packs. Oh, and you get quite a ton of save crystals as well. They start you off at 50, so that's pretty good. I'd still run out because of how I am and how I do things, but right. So I don't want to touch any more of those buttons, otherwise I get locked off forever. And the day trying to figure out how to get back in, and it is possible to lock yourself out. It shouldn't be, should it? It should just stay open once you figure it out, but it doesn't. If you press the buttons again, you will lock yourself out, and you do need to come back in there later on. Because you saw she doesn't have the keyholes. There's 2 keyholes. There's 2 keys you need. Those are Solomon's keys. And I thought that those were optional, but not. You can't complete the level without. So I used to think they were a secret, you see, because that area is a bit of a secret. The ornate star is a secret. That's the thing you don't need. What you do need is those keys. So, because they, I believe, open a door which allows you to get the boiler key, which you need and that's what you need to get the token, which is what you need to get the ticket, which is what you need to, of course, open the ticket machines and finish the level. So, yeah, it's quite. This level is a lot more tricky to navigate, I'd say, than Thames Wharf. Thames Wharf is tricky to navigate in a sense, but this is convoluted as fuck, especially playing it for the first time. So, it's not the longest level in the world either. It's decent length, but if you know what you're doing, obviously you can do it. You could probably do it a lot faster than 1.5 hours, to be fair. You probably do it in less than an hour, but I took 1.5 hours on, a bit slow. Oh, and if you go up there, a train will go past. We're not doing that just yet, because later on you light that area up, you see, and it's better to light up so that you can see the train going past. Otherwise, you don't really see the train properly when it goes past. Ooh. Yep. And you actually have to risk your life to progress. Save the game. Oh my god. This commentary is lacking every single way that I can possibly imagine. It really is, it really is. Not just using the rocket launcher. Yeah. It kind of is cheating due to rocket launcher alternatives. No challenge whatsoever. It's fun though. Oh dear. Having illegally amassed all this ammunition. Like when you get plus, you can have unlimited rocket launchers, so you can use them for every enemy in the game, but not suffer wild. But oh my god. This was Tomb Raider 2 though. You'd probably run out of ammunition. 5,000, because of all the different. There's loads of different enemies in that game. So. Oh, there's a button. You think, oh, fantastic, a button. That's Lara's breasts. And they look very pixelated by today's standards, but I don't remember, that was state of the art back 22 years ago. Oh my god. Right. You can't see it. Also, the cat suit looks a bit dodgy, close. It looks like. You know, it looks. I didn't know. Well, the front of it does. The front of it sort of looks a bit worn. It might just be a very old outfit that she's stored away for several years and didn't buy out again. All that button did was make an alarm go off. And that alarm is noisy and it's annoying. So we activated the dog before and destroyed it with a rocket launcher, as you do. What? Okay, what's going on? The computer just booted me out of the game there. I didn't even touch any of the buttons. So why that was, I don't know. That's scary. Sent the chills down. So yeah, you don't need to push that button, you don't need the alarm on it, serves no purpose. It enlightens no artifacts, it shows you no ways. All it does is theoretically alert enemies to where you are. But since they already seem to know where you are anyway, all it seems to do is making the night noise. But I think because I wanted to show everything of this level off, I had to press the button, I had no choice. Whereas, if it wasn't recording, I probably wouldn't bother pressing that because it'd give me a headache. And it serves no purpose, so it doesn't open anything, it doesn't reveal anything. Well, it does make noise, and This was adds to the atmosphere, creates the tension. That all looks like a spider when she's climbing. She really does as well. Just with fewer legs. But some of the enemies have torches that aren't even on fire, so they can't even say you're on fire. And I think they all start like that, but often when you see them next to a big fire. Lots of fire they use to light the torch, which they can use, and they can set Lara on fire and she can die very easily. But you do have to let them go near it in order for them to do that. It's amusing. Most of the time you should easily be able to blow these guys away, they're not really that much of a threat. Did I forget to get the rocket launcher ammo up there? I might have done. One of the levels I test played a few months before playing this was just like, well, I test played it before I last played Tomb Raider Chronicles. For some reason, well, I didn't test play many of those. No, I remember there's a rocket there. It's just one rocket. It's literally one rocket. The rockets look so cool. They do so much damage. But the grenade launcher is probably easier to use. Does some more damage. Saving the game, that's a wise choice, because oh dear, the frolics of what we're going to take off here when this obscure machine comes down and tries to kill us. You have to move quickly, or we'll die. And I do believe I managed to survive my first attempt. But as you'll discover, that's no good, because there you go, you see, that's the easiest way down. But if you go that way, there's a secret down there you can't get, and there's no other way of going back and getting it. So I reloaded the game, and I tried again. This time I died. There really is an art to getting the secret. The video footage is frozen, and the sound's gone off for some reason. Oh, it's fine. Still got a still picture. It's the kind of thing that happens to my computer. Fortunately. I've died again. I haven't got the footage. Ooh, the computer's revving up. Doesn't like that. This game probably is deleting the last bits of life off the piece, off the age-old laptop, never mind. I've got 54 already, bucks to start the ship. Oh. So you have to do. It depends on where you land as well. If I've landed in the right place, yep, there's a secret. And that's the only secret that you can actually completely miss and not go back for, I believe. Well, actually, the final secret of the level, if you kill the man straight away before he runs and gets his friend, you'll lock yourself off from a secret. So you have to actually let him go down there, and then he opens the door that leads to the button. Well, that area is not actually a secret, but at least the button that opens the door that actually is the secret, so you have to backtrack all the way at the beginning of the level to get the final secret. And I do believe that secret is the rocket launcher, if you haven't already got it. If you have, it's rockets, so it's worth getting. Anyway, and that secret there was like, if you miss it, you missed it. You can only get 4 maximum. If you save the game, you've had it. Basically, so if you haven't saved the game, you reload and try and get it again. But yeah, since I already knew about that secret, I knew that I'd missed it, so I was able to reload straight away. If you didn't know about that was a secret there, you would probably miss it. It's not a big deal, because you can actually miss one secret in one level and still get all the secret 59 secrets still in the secret level. I mean the bonus level, which itself contains no further secrets and is very short. It's still enjoyable enough, and it's cut from the London section, so she's in the catsuit again. So there you go. There's a safe crystal. And not that we need it at the moment. We've got over 30 of the things. We should have more than that. Yes, one of the problems with having ice cubes is they do melt into the drink, I find. Talk about taking the fizz away. Oh. Yep. When I used to play this level as a kid, obviously I played with the cheats. So you'd finish it in about 10 minutes and got all the items. But less than that actually. But when you actually play it properly, it's oh my god, it's really enormous and there's not lots of areas to go. But yeah, so I got 2 of the 5 secrets at this point, which is present and correct. Is it? Yeah, it is. It's possible, I think, to to get the final secret before you get at least 3 of the other secrets, but you have to get this secret as it flies, so to speak. If you don't collect the other secrets and you collect the final secret, I think you can collect the other ones after it. But why you'd want to do that, I don't think you'd want to do that because it would be a bit silly doing that way. Because you'd have so much more secrets to find all at once, sort of thing. Some people probably have done, but the idea is that you've already collected the other secrets and that's the final one to get by that point. Or if not, you'll have missed this secret and got 3 and get 4 or 5. But yeah, that's what happened in 2014 when I played this level for the first. I got 4 out of 5 because I missed this secret here that I got this time, and it's quite a tricky one to get. But all it is a sacred crystal. This area is quite tricky. There's got an old-fashioned look to it as well, and I suppose at this point it's Aldwych, just a really old station. So I believe it was a Victorian train station as well, like, but hundreds of years ago it was brand new. So, and with it being underground, you get fantastic atmospheric soundtrack. I believe this atmospheric soundtrack is arguably the best one in Tomb Raider 3, and indeed one of the best ones of all time. So, because you actually had you can hear trains in the distance and stuff, and it's just really, really well done. It is. I'm hovering around the users and I don't know. Yes. So we've got 2 of the 5 secrets, which is cricket. There's not literally cricket. So once you go down here, you will find that areas loop back around in this level. It's a common trait in Tomb Raider that areas do loop back around. And this area is no exception, of course, and Lara is about to go down into it. Yep, you see that? That loops us back down here. We don't need to be down here yet. In fact, we need to go back. Yes, we need to go back through here. You know how many times you have to go back through there? You have to go through there a total of 3 times if you want to get all the secrets. A total of 2 times if you just want to complete a level. So That can be a bit irritating to navigate some of the blocks in here. But that's not a big deal, it's just that, especially to get on that climbing bit, that's quite tricky. So you have to jump on a slope and then obviously jump on the ladders. That can be quick. That can be tricky to do. And indeed, I nearly killed her by doing that. Oh dear. Oh my god. So, yeah. Aldwych is one of my favourite levels in the game. And it also has been since I did my Tomb Raider special on Croft. Is it still as good as I remember? I think it is. But the only thing with it though is obviously it's quite dark on the PlayStation version, and often there's areas that you can barely see what you're doing. But I love the whole setting of it and the atmosphere and the soundtrack. The fuck you can get run over by trains that are not supposed to even be there. They're probably ghost trains. Oh my. Oh my god. Right. You know how some people say they've seen ghosts of trains and stuff like that? I'm not sure what to believe, because you see trains, not even if you do believe in the afterlife, trains are not a living thing really, so if you see a ghost of one of those, you'd be questioning your sanity quite frankly, but maybe things do get recorded and played back, like the Stone Tape theory. But that would be a good theory to believe, because then therefore it must be a recording of it, of something in history that happened, so that would make sense really. So we did invent the ability to record things. That means that ability was always there for us to discover. Yeah, you come back through here, go back on top of the machine, you get the Solomon's key on one of them. And there's a lot of pinks in this level. Yeah, I like the obscurity of how you navigate this place. It's quite obscure. Obviously there are parts in this level which wouldn't be in the real Aldwych station, obviously. Like, I don't imagine that this bit actually exists, but it's a Tomb Raider game. And for some reason I've tried to go back in here. You can't get back because of the slope, so you have to go back around if you want to go back around there. And no, I said you can't go back there. What are you doing? Past Jamie. Past Jamie. Stop us. There's a rail there as well that stops you. You would think she could step over that if this was real, but she can't. So probably should break a leg or something. I don't know. There's a reason behind these things. And our moveset's quite limited. Well, the controls in these games can seem a bit dated. If you play a modern game, and then you go back to the core design mostly, it can seem a little bit tank-like, but honestly, they were state of the art back in the day. They're a bit tank-like, but once you get used to them, it's no. They are perfectly designed for the games they're designed for. But I'll have to go through here again for some reason. No, I'm probably just going that shortcut back down to that other place. So we've got one of Solomon's keys. I can't. Oh yes, I do remember where I got the other one. I do remember. There's a timed area that's going to come up soon. It's possibly the most irritating timed area in Tomb Raider 3 because you have to go through 3 doors, all of them are timed, and there's a catch, and that catch is you've got to go through them in the right order. You can go through them in the wrong order, but since you need to do something in a specific order, you can't make any progress unless you go through them in the right order, push the switch, and then go through on the monkey swing, the door that will come down. And, right. You see this area in here? This also houses the final secret. There was some confusion with me, because I couldn't exactly remember where the final secret was, but it's in this area. The door doesn't open, obviously, yet, because you have to obviously get nearer to the end of the level before you get the final secret. If you do go the final secret, the level will take longer because you have to backtrack all the way back here. So might add a few minutes to your journey, let's put that way. And what I was trying to get that medipack. That medipack is not essential for level completion, but I wanted it. Even though I didn't need it. It's shotgun shells actually, it's shotgun shells. I barely used the shotgun at this point. I used it more often in the earlier levels. I didn't have many power weapons. There's an arm, you have to get it so that she crawls up there. So I could have cut this out, to be fair. Oh my god. And if you get it so she doesn't, she'll just fall off. Oh my god, what? How many? Oh my god, was I paying attention to this at all? Oh my god. And then he's got dogs. That's cutting it very fine out. So yeah. Right. So oh my god, this is painful to watch, folks. I couldn't remember that I left this in. And you don't need it. But yeah, I've got it in the Croft on it so now I can get the ammunition. Which is only about, what is it, about 5 shells. It will make no difference if you miss them from the dim. It won't, it won't. You're not going to be in danger of running out of shotgun shells because most players won't need to use the gun that often, so you get plenty of options. And even if you are, you can complete the game without it, in my book. Right, some magnum rounds or something there. Actually, I think it's MP5 rounds. It is a bit cryptic because when you pick something on Tomb Raider 3, unless you see the item on the ground, it doesn't show you what it is. You have to go in your inventory to figure out what you've picked up. Thankfully, Tomb Raider 4, they kind of rectified that. Well, they did rectify it because when you pick something up, it slowly appears at the bottom of the screen. That rotates around several seconds so you can see what you picked up. And yeah, I appreciate that. Even in the PlayStation version of Tomb Raider 4 is very compromised graphically compared to the PC version. I wouldn't have complained about that back in the day because I wouldn't have known. So as you get older, you do get a bit more grumpy. Let's say. Even though I'm only 33 years old, I shouldn't be that grumpy. But I am. And as I get older, oh, my back's gone. Right, this is the bastard. This is the one. Okay, this is the area. 3 doors. You'll come across. The area is called Transfer Lane Safe Deposit, and surprisingly, you can read that pretty easily. It's unusual for PS1 Tomb Raider. Never like any writing on the wall was very obscured and unreadable. That's clear. There's no enemies in this area, at least. You've just got the time doors and those switches. But here's the thing, there's 3 doors to open. 2 switches. One of the switches opens 2 doors, the other opens the other door. But obviously you can't open all 3 doors at the same time, because they'll just shut again. So you've got to know where you're going and get there before they shut. I got in there straight away, you see. That was good. But I think that's the useless one, the one you can't actually do anything in. Oh, I like the flare. Yep, there's... That door is... what's the word I'm looking for? Completely useless. And this area is called Safe Deposit, because if you look around, there are a lot of safes, empty safes. So it's literally is a safe deposit. So unfortunately, you can't. They're empty. There's no money in them. So, and even if there was, you probably couldn't pick it up anyway. I don't know whether places like that actually exist. I'm guessing not. I'm guessing it's fictitious, but I'm guessing in the real Aldwych there is not a transfer and safe deposit. This is just made up, you see.